I think that's good. Mhm, 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 mhm. A little too far away, maybe. A ver. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Mhm, 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 mhm. Hello. Good morning. You can hear me, right? Cause I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, good. Yeah, cause my microphone is not those Bluetooth type, so you gotta literally plug it in on the phone, and sometimes I don't plug it in the right way, and you cannot hear me. Hello, Funny Beanie. Oh, hey, how are you? Hi, Danny. I see you there. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. Hello, AC. Whew, how we doing? Well, I can tell you, I'm still sleepy. I'm still sleepy. It's already afternoon here in Germany. Yeah, interesting how it works around the globe, right? It's my first live. Oh, well, welcome. Glad you can make it. You know, I used to do them at Friday night, but once again, because of the time differences, not everybody could make it. Hello, Ray. 49. Oh my God. Do I know my numbers? 91. Sorry. I did say I'm sleepy still. So I switched them to mornings, and more of you guys can make it. And of course, there are those that watch the replays. If you watch the replays, even though you are here, thank you. I appreciate it. It does help me out a lot with, getting more traction for my channel and all of that. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Coffee, yes. Well, this time I didn't make my coffee before starting the live because I wanted to sleep a little more. And you know how it goes, right? You want to sleep a little more, but then something else gets cut out. Okay. Oh, there's already quite a lot. Well, all right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it as always. Thank you for coming to my lives. Thank you for the recent interaction with my videos too. I appreciate that. Okay. According to the timer, I've been here for 4 minutes already. Dang. Okay, that was quick. Okay, guys. So, as always, please, no politics. In the past, I used to do that, but that was one of the things that caused my first channel to go away. So, no politics. I understand, the world is crazy right now, but no politics. Spirituality questions are fine, but don't be trying to preach either, okay? If people wanted a sermon, they would have gone to church or read their Bibles, okay? I understand maybe I say something and you say, oh, I don't know, in my religion, there is a similar story, or this reminds me of this, this, and this. That is fine, Okay, but don't be attacking anybody. So yeah, be respectful to everybody and their views, and obviously be respectful to me. Don't ask me if idols are straight or gay or nah. Personal questions are fine. You know, things that you yourself want to know about your life, that's fine. Just once again, keep it appropriate, keep it respectful. We still gotta follow YouTube's guidelines. I would try to answer everybody, but you know, there's a lot of you already, so I will try to do my best. It is not an obligation, but super thanks are on. So, you know, if you can give something, if you want to, thank you. I appreciate it. It's not an obligation. Okay. And oh, hello. Oh, hello, Johns. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with 800 subscribers. Hello, Beanie. Oh, I will say this though. Do not ask me the questions that you submitted for the 800 Q&A thing that I made. Don't ask me those, because if you ask me those, I'm not gonna answer those in the video. I'll just take your questions out. So ask me something different. That's the whole point. Okay? So yeah, think about your question. Don't ask me the same thing you submitted for those videos. Okay? All right. Let's get GB. Hello. Hello. Okay. What's the connection between Jungkook and Winter? Okay. Oh yes, I seen those quote unquote proof. Okay, let's see. Did I miss it? The live? No. Oh, you mean the questions? No, no. You actually made it your questions for the 800 Q&A video? No, you did it. You made it. Just in time. Yeah, as of right now, I'm not taking any more questions for that. But yeah, you made it just in time, okay? Okay, Jungkook and Winter, what is going on between you two? What is going on here? Okay, that one. And yeah, the answers are gonna be short, okay? Because there's a lot of you already in there. So yeah, not very detailed. I forgot to say that. Okay, we had the Eight of Swords. Interesting. The Empress. The Empress. And I just heard, I value my independence. I just heard that. And I hear Winter saying that. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Temperance. And we had the Star card. Okay, it looks like Jungkook, he is open to a relationship. If Winter was open to a relationship, allegedly, everything I say is alleged. You know, if Winter was open to dating, he might give it a go. Because from his point of view, Winter, well, she's good looking. Okay, from his point of view, she's good looking, she's smart, she's interesting. You know, interactions between male and female idols have become very boring because of delusional fans, but at least behind the scenes, it looks like, you know, whenever they see each other, they get along. He considers her a good friend. But Winter is saying, nah. And also, Winter wishes that people will stop it already with the whole dating allegations. She's annoyed by it. She's annoyed by it. And as of right now, it looks like Miss Winter, she values her independence. And also, I don't know if you guys still remember, but Delusional fans went crazy on Karina for dating a man. So she doesn't want to deal with that BS. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hey, Madison. I didn't saw you there. Hello. Thank you for being here. It's May, a reading for me. Okay. Let's see. What can we tell Bits May? What can we tell her? Okay. We have rebirth. Rebirth, and I see 2026 with that. Interesting. Financial security. Mm-hmm. Balance emotions. I don't know if you meditate or not. If you don't, you know, there are 5-minute guided meditations here on YouTube. That's what I do. And I don't meditate every day, okay? That's a lot of people think I do that every day. I don't. Honestly, I don't. Sometimes it's just pure laziness and sometimes it's lack of time. But they are 5-minute guided meditations here on YouTube that you can do. And I'm not saying that you are unbalanced, but it does help you out a lot though. It really does. It even helps you out physically, even though meditation is more of a mind therapy, I guess I could say. It does help you physically as well. So that's an advice here. Magical power. Well, don't be weirded out if when I started meditating, okay, my own vision developed a little more. I had mentioned it in the past, you know, I had to develop my vision, but I would hear, and that is called being audiclair. My audiclair developed more because I would just hear. I thought I was crazy when, you know, I wasn't on this path, but you might develop audiclair that you hear. Maybe you hear somebody speaking when there's nobody there, or when you're meditating, you might hear, or you might end up seeing. So it looks like there is magical powers in there that are trying to come out. Okay. And good fortune. It looks like 2026 is looking good for you. And there's also meditations for financial security, for abundance, if that is what you wish to do as well. I mean, I don't see you lacking financial security in 2026. It looks like 2026 is almost like a makeover. Okay. But instead of like a physical one, it seems to be more of a spiritual makeover. Okay. Really feel like they are dating though. Well, that's your opinion. And like I said, you know, some fans, they just grab onto anything in order to see what they want to see. You're welcome, BB. BB? Well, you know what? That's what I'm going to call you, Bitsme. BB. And then Madison, what other music genres does K-pop industry want to dabble in? Okay. Let's see. Let me use this one. What other genres does K-pop, thank you, want to dabble in? I see a lot of cowboys. idols dress like cowboys, cowgirls, so perhaps country. I would not mind, honestly. I don't listen to country every day, but once in a while I do. So it looks like that's one of them, country music. We had the 9 of Wands. This is like a 1 to 2%, but it looks like some companies would like to have more like metal, rock type of music. I know in South Korea that is not it's not very popular. I don't think it's accepted, but some people are thinking, you know what? Okay, South Korea, it's a small country. We still have the West, and that type of thing is more accepted in the West. We have the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Wands, okay, and we had the 4 of Wands. Trot music, that is like in South Korea, that would be like their version of country music. It's more folk type of music. It looks like that's one of them. But at the same time, they don't really dare to change it up much because, well, not everybody might like it, especially the younger generation. Some companies feel that, you know what, if we get them hooked while they're young, we are still going to keep them when they get older, when they have adult money to spend and all of that. Also, R&B seems to be one of those. Okay. Thank you. AC, what's the best? What is the friendship of June Archen? Aiden? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, an actor in Dunk Natachai. Okay. Okay, this is a blind reading because I never heard of them. So let's see, what is this friendship here? Hello, Pamela. Just saw you there. Okay, what is the friendship between Aiden and Dunk? What can we know? What can we know? Well, I just heard it's full of respect. I just heard that, so it looks like they respect each other. We have the Emperor, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, I like I said, I don't know these people. I never heard of them, but it looks like either they have worked together or they want to work together in the future. We had the Devil card. We had the Star card. Okay. And we have the 2 of Wands. It looks like some people might make up rumors about them, but not like good rumors. More like gossip. That they might not like each other. They might not respect each other and stuff like that. But it looks like in the end, well, the rumors, they're not truth. And once again, the desire to work together, to do more stuff together, it's there. And at the end, I see both of them being successful in whatever they do. Okay. 100. What is that? First time seeing that. Okay. That's for them. Ooh. Okay. I like rock sound. Mm. I like almost everything, really. If you were to look at my, well, I mostly listen to music on YouTube. If you were to look at my music choices, you will see K-pop, you will see pop, you will see music in English, music in Spanish, music in German, music in Russian, some Arabic music in there as well. So yeah, I listen to almost everything, even if I don't understand what the heck they're saying. If I like the rhythm or there's just something that catches my attention, I'll listen to it. Okay. Danny, can you somehow see how good I am with dancing, singing, producing, acting, but in percentages? It will be easier for me to understand how good I actually am. I'm a beginner with producing and singing. Okay. Me listening to Aramaic Christian songs this morning. You know the Lord's Prayer in, the Christian Catholic religion? I like listening to that one in Aramaic. It sounds so pretty. It's very calming. And I feel that, it also drives away negative vibes and stuff like that. So I also listen to that in Aramaic. Okay, Danny, let's see. Let me use this one for you. Let's see. Let's start with the dancing. Dancing. You had the hangman. 17% comes to mind. Good at it. Singing. You had the Knight of Pentacles. Like 80 to 85 comes to mind with that. Producing. Okay, these two want to come out. Let's see, producing. You had the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups. 60 to 70%. And you said you're just beginning, so keep going. You're heading in the right direction. Producing, acting. The Page of Wands. Okay, it looks like that's the one you might need the most. There's a 5 to 10% good at that. And is there more? Okay, no. It looks like that one might be what you need the most help with. Okay. I like some Spanish and Tagalog music. Yeah, so many options, no? So many options. That's the beauty. So many options. You're welcome, Nanny. Mayher. Oh, hey, Mayher. I didn't saw you there. Hello, Mayher. I didn't saw you there. Welcome back, dear. Is this not... If your question got skipped, just write it again, okay? While I'm reading, the comments just keep going on my end. I don't know how it shows on you, so I might have missed it or something. Okay, is not career prospects next year better than this year? If it's true, what things did they fix? Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me grab this deck here. Isna. Next year, how are things looking for you? Is now Isna, Isna, Isna. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Empress. We have the Ace of Cups. But they're not planning to get rid of Isna. I know that sounds weird to say, but it looks like at one point that might have been considered in the company to just, get rid of Isna altogether. But no, nobody's getting rid of them. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Moon. With the member that left. There's still gonna be those that are gonna say, Isna doesn't feel the same. The member that left made it all better, blah, 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 blah. But it looks like things are looking better for Isna. The momentum is not as big as before, but they're still gonna keep going. Okay. And what is mostly changing is just the arrangement of songs, really. I don't see much change, if anything, else in here. But they gotta rethink choreographies. They gotta rethink who is gonna sing whose part and stuff like that. Okay. The Four of Wands popped out. So yeah, things are looking better. Okay. This planet, what? This planet is beautiful. Humanity can be a bit of a task. I agree, yeah. At one point for those of you that don't know, my full-time work is being a teacher. At one point I worked in a Christian school. And one time, one of the students asked me, and this is a fifth grader, so, not a little child, but a fifth grader understands things a little more, right? So he asked me, Miss Cosmos, do you think God sometimes is rolling his eyes at us? And, and immediately I started laughing because, the picture of God rolling his eyes. And yes, I know, right? There's no like official picture of God, but Jesus is supposed to be like God the Son, so that's God in a younger image, right? So I could just see Jesus rolling his eyes. And I said, honey, I think so. Honestly, I think so. Let's think about all of the dumb stuff you guys have done in the classroom alone. So he is probably sometimes disappointed. He's probably saying, oh my me, what is this person doing? What is this guy doing this time? And then, that's and then we were all laughing. And this one was a very small class that I had. I think I only had like 7 students that year. Oh, it was great. It was a small class. But yeah, then we all started laughing for like 5 minutes. But yeah, humanity. But at the same time, well, at least from their point of view, right? This is not me preaching, okay? I am not a preacher of any kind. I will be the worst preacher ever. Oh, and also at that Christian school, sometimes I have to, on Wednesdays, we will do chapel. So I was literally preaching. So my chapel services were quite short. They were short. It was supposed to be the 40 minutes, but mine ended up being like 20. One time it was 15 because I just like getting to the point. My 5th graders loved it. The 4th and 3rd graders loved it. The other teachers, not so much because, it was supposed to be longer, but that was an interesting experience working at that Christian school. He gives us many chances. Yeah, we definitely. We have gotten a lot. A lot, a lot. Hi. I hope everyone has a blessed day. You as well, Mr. Larry. You as well. Okay. Okay, back to. So, yeah, there you go. That's another story from your friendly neighborhood teacher slash whatever you think I am, a witch, a medium, whatever. I don't really label myself anything, but I've been called a medium a lot. So, hey, if you want to think of me like that, go ahead. Gomez. Oh, hi, Gomez. Welcome. Okay. Mama Moose. Solar future reading. Okay. Mama Moo. Mama Moo. Solar. Mama Moo's solar. Solar. Let me use this one too. Mama Moo's solar. What can we know about you, young lady? Mama Moo's solar. Solar, solar. Oh, one time I was on Threads and I saw that apparently Mamamoo is going to have a comeback in 2026. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's going to be interesting, I think. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about that. Okay. New vision. Okay. The creator. We are the world. Well, it looks like things are going good for her. I see her writing a lot, so it looks like she's just brainstorming, writing things down, whatever comes to mind. We have awareness. And I just heard I'm getting older. I just heard that. I don't know how old Miss Solar is, but you know, in the entertainment industry, men can get away a little bit more with getting older, but women not so much. So it looks like that is something that has come up for her a lot lately. We have the Strength card, King of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Swords. Well, she's not going to be lacking money, okay? She won't be lacking money. Here with the Knight of Swords, you know, the knight on the horse is fighting this knight right here. So yeah, once again, because she's quote unquote getting old, I mean, from my point of view, she still looks young and fine as hell, I might add. I don't go for women, but she seems to be a good looking woman in my point of view. But you know, like I said, in the industry, getting older for women, it's a big crime. So it looks like she's gonna be arguing with a lot of people about things that she might like to do, but some are gonna say, no, you're too old, quote unquote, for that. So it looks like that might bring future arguments. But once again, I see her writing a lot of stuff down. She's not gonna be lacking money. Her patience will be tested once again because, well, it's not just her, the rest of Mamamoo, but we're talking about her, right? But it looks like, yeah, she's old. Solar is 34. Dang. Oh, she's hella young. Hey, what's wrong with 30s? What's wrong with being with that? I'm 31. But oh yeah, she's super young. But once again, in the K-pop industry, well, the industry in general, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, no? But yeah, other than those arguments, I don't see her lacking. I see her very happy. It looks like whatever she's planning, music wise, is something that is bringing her a lot of happiness. And I see her interacting with the members of Mamamoo as well. So she's happy to be with them. Hello, Ellie, Ellie JL or Eli. I'm going to call you Ellie. Hello. Welcome. I like Mamamoo's Hwasa. I like her too. I mean, I don't follow Mamamoo, but you know, I found Hwasa's solo work and I went to her concert and oh, I love Hwasa. If I were an idol, I would be a Hwasa for sure. And mine is the sexy outfits she wears. I don't have that much confidence to wear the stuff that she does, but yeah, I would definitely be like Hwasa for sure. I would not be able to do all the cutesy, cringy stuff that idols do. AAH has finished now. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I saw some clips here and there about that. Okay, what is G Dragons and Kiko? Yes. Kiko Misuhara friendships in the past. I heard they maybe dated. Okay. Even Sandara Park, she's always being asked in interviews about when she's gonna get married. Yes, the whole get married. My dad stopped asking that. Before I turned 30, my dad will sometimes bring it up, you know, like, hey, what you been thinking? But he would not finish. He would just say that. So what you been thinking? And I'm like, thinking about what? And then he would say, you know, settling down, getting married. And I'm like, I don't know. If there's a brave soul out there, he will come. And and I told him, you know, my mom says that one time you came out of nowhere because my mom was, well, they met in their 20s, you know. But my mom, she wasn't thinking about getting with anybody. And then one day he came and showed up at her workplace. I don't know how many of you have heard of this restaurant, but it's called Burger King. I don't know if it's a worldwide thing or not. But you know, he came as the new manager, and my mom wasn't, I mean, she respected him because he was the manager, but other than that, she never tried anything. But it was him that pursued her. And she said, well, God, if this is the one for me, hallelujah. If he's not, please send him as far away from me as possible. I'm not here to waste my time with a moron. And hey, here they are. And I'm 31 now and they're still together. Is it perfect? No, obviously not, right? But here they are. Hi. To this day, with me and my sister. So yeah, my dad finally stopped asking about that, and that's what I keep telling him. If it's meant to happen, one brave soul is gonna come. And I don't plan to stop doing this, whether it's, you know, K-pop related or like personal readings and stuff like that. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So one day, maybe I'll let you guys know. Okay, G-Dragon and Miss Kiko. Let's see. Let me use this one. Oh, hello, Bombear. I just saw you there. Hello, dear. Let's see, what in the past, what is this friendship? Did they date it? What can we know about this? What can we know? G-Dragon and Kiko. What can we, oh, okay. this one. Let's see. Clinging to the past. Well, you are not the only one wondering about them, okay? There's others that are still thinking about that, even if it was. I saw a comment that said like 10 years ago, even if it was that long ago, there's some people still wondering. So you're not the only one. Okay, creativity, integration, success, playfulness. Well, I don't see dating, and possibilities. If anything, I see Kiko admiring G Dragon for his creativity, for the work that he was doing at the time. I see both of them wishing each other mutual success. The times that they were able to, have an interaction is mostly like playfulness and work-related stuff. And here with possibilities, I see that they used to have discussions about the future, but not like, them being together. Okay? That marriage question can be annoying sometimes. Oh, for real, you can. Okay. When I used to work at the Christian school, a lot of people will bring that one up. Like, oh, I mean, okay, at first they were curious, right? Because when I got there were a lot of older ladies in there, like in their 50s up. So when I got there, I was the only younger one. And how old I was? I was 27 at the time. So they were like, oh, Miss Cosmos, are you married yet? I'm like, no. Are you dating? No. I probably should have said yes. Because some teachers, they were trying to like set me up with the dads that will bring their children on the school. I mean, I don't mind. Sometimes I don't mind being a stepmom, but at the same time, what if baby mama is a pain in the rear? And also, a lot of the times, the dads, well, their dads, from my point of view, they look old. And they kind of reminded me of my dad. So I was like, oh, Lord, no, 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 no. Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm being very superficial, judgmental, but, send me somebody that I like. If you want me to procreate, well, send me somebody that I like. Oh, my gosh. And they tried. And, eventually the next school year we had three more teachers that were younger. They tried to set me up with those teachers. The one teacher I like, he was taken, unfortunately. The other two, well, they were too shy, so nothing came out of that. But yeah, they did their best. They did their best to set me up with somebody. Yeah, but now, I'm in a different place, a different school. Nobody has tried it yet because, well, at least the teacher that is my friend, she has said, I haven't found somebody that is actually worthy of you, miss. So, but don't worry, I'm still looking. I love my coworkers. Yeah, this new workplace it's fun. It's not a Christian school, so thank God, I can be a little bit more of myself, but yeah. Okay. Let me go back a little bit. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. Okay. Pamela. I'm thinking about studying again towards a new career, but I'm kind of insecure. Well, ballet, yeah. Towards a new career. Okay. Are you asking me, should I do it or not do it? Is that what you're asking? Just to make sure, understanding here. And while you answer that, I don't have that deck. Let me get the deck. Yes, okay. Hold on. I see another deck, but I don't have it here. Give me one sec. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Should you do it? Should you switch? Or should you stay where you're at? Let's find out. Let's see. Pamela. Okay, that one. Okay. I'm feeling this one too. Let's see. Okay, we have this one that flew out. It is the Two of Cups. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Five of Wands. The Chariot. And we had the Six of Cups. Okay, some things to consider. Did this idea of switching, did it come because you found out that you don't like what you're studying, or somebody else told you to switch? That's one thing. The other thing to consider is, well, finances. Can your finances handle it? You know, higher education is expensive. Or maybe not, right? Maybe not that expensive. Geez. In the US it is. Okay, so many people have student loan debt. I'm one of those, so I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting close to, you know, finishing that, but yeah, that's another thing to consider. Also, how much time isn't going to take you to switch? That's another thing to consider. Because, you know, depending on the career path, maybe you can transfer some of the credits you have onto this new path, and sometimes none of them transfer. And you have to start early again. I mean, from day one, sorry. You have to start all over again. Also, keep in mind that, you know, whatever you do, there's always going to be challenges. So there's always going to be challenges. I like being a teacher, but then there are days, I'm not going to lie, there are days I question, why the hell did I decide to become a teacher? As much as I love it, they are those days, okay? So based on, you know, current energy, that's how tarot works. So based on your present situation, your present energy, the higher powers are saying stay where you're at. There's a 80 to 90% leaning towards stay where you're at. Okay? The decision is yours, of course, but that's what I'm seeing, okay? Best of luck, hon. You're welcome, Pamela. Ah, yes, deciding your future. So tough. I never saw myself as a tarot reader, yet here I am. So, who? The curse life throws at you, no? When would I get pregnant? Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Well, for you guys, I don't think I have ever used these little dice. Usually I use them with like personal clients, but okay. Can we get like a number, an estimate date when this might possibly happen? Okay, you had a 1, 1 and a 1. So it could be 2 years from now. And I see 11 as well. So 2 years from now, 11, hold on. Agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre. It could be on a November. That's the 11th month. Okay, well, okay. Facing up, you got 1 and 1, but you know, the other numbers that I'm seeing here are 3 and 2. So 1 and 3 makes me think of 4, maybe 4 years, but that is like a very small possibility, like a 2%. And here you have a 1 and a 2. It makes me think of March, but that's also like a 2%. I never had a question like that before. So, so that may be it. Okay. Yeah. 2 years from now on November, or it could be March. Best of luck, hon. Bum Bear. Can you do a reading related to Jungkook and Winter's dating rumors? How true are these rumors? Okay, I'll tell you the answer because that was asked in the beginning. Feel free to ask another question, okay? So I'll tell you the answer now, but you can ask another question, okay? So basically, no. From what I read, Winter, she right now values her independence. She likes it. She likes being single. She's focused on, the now, the present, her job. Jungkook will be open to dating. And from his point of view, Winter is good looking, she's intelligent, she's hard worker, so he will be open to dating her. And we don't see a lot of interactions now in public because of delusional fans getting angry at anybody that dares to look at their idol, right? But at least behind the scenes, the interactions, they're friendly. And Jungkook is not crossing any boundaries with Winter, so she right now, she's focused on herself. Jungkook is open to dating. Okay? That's what I saw when it comes to that. And also, well, I don't know if you remember, but when it was found out that she was dating, people went insane. Winter doesn't want to deal with that. She doesn't want to deal with that. So that's why right now she's just valuing her independence. Okay? What? Let's see. Let's see. Let me go back. I want to see somebody that I haven't answered. Haren91. I don't think I have answered you. So let's see. We'll wait one. Oh no, I haven't answered this one. Okay. You're welcome. You, like I said, you can ask another question since that was a repeated question. I gave you the answer, but you can ask another one. Okay. Let's see. Haren91. Will week 1 strategy in managing Alpha Drive 1 be the same as zero base ones? Like listening to the members' opinions about music direction or song choice. Let's see. Let me use this one. Hold on, let me drink water first. Alpha Drive 1. Wait, 1, is the strategy gonna be the same as Zero Base 1? Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Okay, these two flew out. Okay. Okay, we had the death card. We had the devil card. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, you know the controversies that came up during the show, the competition. It looks like a lot of people, they're very worried. They're still very worried. I know Alpha Drive 1 had an appearance. I cannot remember what music show it was, but you know, it looks like a lot of people are still very tense about those controversies and how it can affect them in the future. Okay, we have the Emperor, the Ace of Swords. We have Judgment, the Eight of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. It looks like they are going to try to at least listen to Alpha Drive 1. But here's the thing, some people at Wake 1, because of, past controversies, once again, they feel that, you know what, we cannot trust everything this group decides because, of controversies and stuff like that and past decisions. A lot of people feel that Alpha Drive 1 cannot be trusted. I feel bad for, the actual honest members in here, but they're going to try to listen to their input. Like 3% of the time, they will try to at least hear them out. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the same strategy when it comes to managing them. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be the same as Zero Base 1. Oh, hey, Janina. Hey, hold on. What is Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right, I was shuffling and reading the chat, so okay. Hold on. Okay, I saw the BTS comment when I was shuffling, and this came out. So okay, BTS wise, I mean the members, they're excited for their new comeback. They are. And I see, this giant arena. So yeah, BTS is still gonna be able to fill up arenas, big venues. They're still gonna be able to fill those up. We had the Six of Swords. We had the Seven of Swords. It looks like BTS is gonna continue to increase. Not just money-wise, but popularity-wise. There will be a small percentage of people that feel that, you know what, this is not the BTS I used to know. I don't like it anymore. So there might be those critiques, and there might be those that walk out. But like I said, it looks like their fandom is, it's very big. So it's not going to be a very noticeable dislike. Yeah, but the members are looking forward to 2026. They are. There's that nervous excitement energy, and there's curiosity to see how things will go among the members. Okay? But it happens. For some of those people that are going to walk out, it's not because, they now hate BTS. It's just that they outgrew BTS. It happens. Sometimes you outgrew a group. Heck, a lot of people think I hate BTS, which I don't. I just outgrew them. I don't know when exactly, but I don't know. Their music just did not click with me anymore. So, I stopped listening and I found other groups. It's as simple as that sometimes. Do Yenbu 2303, just a fun question, but I'm kind of curious if any K-pop idols were a couple in their past life. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that is a fun question. Let's see. Hold on, let me grab another deck. I'll grab this one. And let me grab another deck. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm not going far. Oh, there we go. Well, some of you might know this deck already. The Archetype decks. I love this deck when it comes to past life readings. There we go. Ning, hi! Hello! I didn't saw you there. How are you? There are already people who miss the old BTS music. Yep. Sometimes I'm one of them. Oh, I sound like an old lady saying that, but I don't know. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is the years, no, that are ready. Making me nostalgic for everything. Let's see. K-pop idols that were a couple in their past life. Oh, okay. Before I do this, keep in mind, this flesh changes. Maybe in this lifetime you are a woman, but in the past you were probably a man. And if you believe in animal past lives, you were probably a bunny or a snake or a grasshopper. I have animal past life readings, okay? That's a fun little segment in case you didn't know in my channel. But yeah, just be aware of that, okay? If we get two gentlemen, because I'm already seeing two gentlemen, if we get two gentlemen, I'm not saying that in the present they're gay, maybe one of them was a man and maybe one of them was a woman in the past, or maybe they were gay lovers, okay? But I'm not claiming that they are something in this present lifetime, okay? Okay, let's see. K-pop idols that were a couple in a past lifetime. Okay. I see Kai of TXT and I see Yeonjun of TXT. It looks like Kai was a woman in England. And Yeonjun, he also in England, but he was an older gentleman, like in his 40s. And Kai was a woman in her 20s. So there you go. They were married. That's the first one. Who else? Oh, interesting. Okay, I see Lisa of Blackpink. Lisa and Jennie in a past lifetime. It looks like Lisa, once again, England. Jeez. What is it about England that was so popular back then? So Lisa was the gentleman, in his 50s. Jennie was the woman in her early 30s, but they hated each other. So it was an arranged marriage. And I see, and their souls are saying, never again, never again. It looks like when it comes to being a couple, their souls do not match. I know there was a lot of shipping, and at least in the past, I don't know about now, but I know there was a lot of shipping between these two ladies. No, their souls are saying, nope, no way, never again, not lovers, not lovers. Friends, yes, we can handle that, but lovers, nah, nah. Okay, we have flowering, the master, okay, innocence, Jungkook, and Ning of Espa. Oh, thank God. Okay, this one was a happy couple. Okay, so not everything is misery. We have Scribe, and in Asia, and it looks like Ning, she was like a painter. She was a woman, okay? History doesn't tell us a lot about women and their achievements, but it looks like she, at least in her town, she was like a famous painter. And he was a client from a wealthy family. And I mean, yeah, he was captivated by the painting, but then he got captivated by the artist. So, yeah, they got married. 3 children. Okay, so a happy couple. Nini is also good at drawing. Really? Oh. Oh, well, that carry over. Beyond illusion. Okay, Pansy Hyuk made an appearance. Okay. Okay, hold on. We have detective. Okay, I know you asked for couples, but I don't see this as a couple, okay? But hey, it came up. I'm letting you know. It looks like Pansy Hyuk and Yan Suk, YG's founder, they share a past lifetime. And okay, I see Yan Suk being some sort of the police of back in the day. Back in the day, the title policeman, it wasn't official, right? But they had like their establishment that worked like the police nowadays. They were not lovers, they were not couples, but it looks like Yansuk was the policeman. And Ban Si-hyo was a shady merchant. So whenever there was something shady going on, Yansuk will go and investigate. Will go investigate Ban Si-hyuk. And Ban Si-hyuk will be like, dude, why are you always investigating me? Why are you always questioning me? And then Yansuk will say, well, because you are shady. I don't have proof, but I know that you are. And he was. So yeah, never, lovers. No, I don't see that. They were never lovers, but hey, it came up. So yeah, these two, they share a lifetime too. And it looks like Ban Si-hyuk got away with it. It was annoying that, Young Suk somehow always connected, at least with, empirical evidence by observation that it was him doing shady stuff, but but he got away with it. It looks like Mr. Detective, policeman, whatever he was, could never have physical proof of how shady Ban Si-hyuk was. Oh my gosh. Ningning is a very creative person overall. Drawing, fashion, music. Oh, it's in her soul. Not even in her veins, because the body changes. It's in her soul, apparently. Okay. We have control. We have thief. Okay, let's keep looking. We have virgin. We have slave. Hold on, let me shuffle more because I see the lifetimes, but I don't see the idols. Huh. Hold on. Can I get more detail about this, please? I will appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, we had the dream. Postponement. Okay, postponement. Friendliness. And we have rightness. Okay. Here with control, I see an empress. She's not an idol, but I see Min Hee Jin. Okay. I see Min Hee Jin. And I know she's not an idol. Never has been as far as I know, but I see Min Hee Jin. Here with thief. Okay, picture way back in the day, emperor times, right? In China, apparently. So, there's the throne. The empress is there. In front of her, there are people in shackles. She's accusing these men of being thieves. But geez, even back in the day, it looks like Min Hee Jin was not all the way there mentally. This empress is accusing the gentleman of robbing her heart. So it looks like she had the hots for them, but they never did anything with her. Obviously, they fear the emperor and the things that the emperor could do to them. Okay, and these men that are being accused of being thieves, some of the men that I see are Nikki Ovenhypen. I see who we know now as Jisoo, but I see her as a man. I see Rora. I see Jungkook. Oh, I see Kai again. Okay, interesting. Oh my God, what's the leader of TXT? I cannot remember this gentleman's name right now. The leader of TXT, I see his face, but I cannot remember his name. Him. That's the first row. Hold on. Okay, so that's the first row apparently. There's the second one. I see Lisa once again. This girl has been busy, huh? Lisa. Ooh, I see Danielle of New Jeans. Okay, that's all I'm picking up, but it looks like she tried Subin. Thank you, Subin. Okay. It looks like this crazy empress, Min Hee Jin, in that lifetime, tried to get together with all of them. And I see like 10 people, okay? Those are just the ones that I was able to differentiate there. But it looks like she tried for them to become her lovers, but none of them say yes, or maybe they just flirted with her to kind of amuse her, but they never did like the act with her. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But yeah, that for that. Here with virgin, I see like a nun, a Buddhist nun. Hold on. Hold on. Eyelid. Eyelid. Who is this? Hold on. Eyelid. Eyelid. I see eyelid here. What? Eyelid. Eyelid. Be patient. I don't have the members off the top of my head. Eyelid. Here we go. Okay, no, not Yuna, not Minju. Won Hee. Oh my goodness, that was her name. Won Hee. Okay, thank you. Won Hee. Okay, it looks like Won Hee was a nun. And she had plenty of suitors, okay? She was just as pretty as she is now, okay? So it looks like Won Hee, at some point in her lifetime, she was a nun, a Buddhist nun. She had plenty of, people that wanted to come and be her lover, marry her and stuff like that. Okay. Okay, Subin once again and Jungkook again. Dang, boy, you were busy even back then. It looks like these two, they also tried. But she stayed a nun. She never got married. She never said yes to any suitor. Interesting. Oh, interesting. And here with slave, I see Rose. But here's the thing. Back in the day, especially when you used to work for the royal family, maybe you were not considered a slave, but even if you were a servant, you were treated like a slave, okay? Basically, you only eat the food that the emperor said you could eat, how much you would work, and stuff like that. And those contracts, they could be long contracts, like 30 years, 40-year contract. And even if, somehow you live that long, well, you still have to do whatever you were told, right? So you were basically a slave, a long-term slave. I see Rose of Blackpink in here. And Hypen, hold on, let me get my notebook again. And Hypen, and ta-ta, and Hypen. And, here you are, and Hypen. Okay, Jongwon, not Heesung. Jay, it looks like Jay. He was another servant. He tried to, get with Rose, but did not work. Not Jay, not Sunghoon. Sanu, no, not him. Nikki, he came close. It looks like he was a guard, a soldier. He came close. But no. It looks like Jungwon in the end won her heart. He was like a general. And it looks like he won her heart. And they were allowed to get married. And it was a good marriage, okay? It was a good marriage. I'm looking at the chat here. Yeah. Yes, Won Hee, I know, right? Won Hee, we think of her as a young girl, but yeah. Oh, past lives, they're interesting. Thank you for that question. That was fun. Bye. We gotta move on though. We gotta move on. It looks like this deck wants to tell us more, but nah, we gotta move on. Maybe a future video down the line, maybe. A longer video. Not sure, but I heard Aurora. Yes. Yes. Yeah, she was one of the men the Empress was trying to get with, but because, they didn't say yes to her, that's why she was accusing them of being thieves and stuff like that. Sometimes I wonder if our souls will think, human again? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Physically, we may not remember. Some people do. But physically, maybe we don't. But yeah, the souls remember. And they're like, oh, great. Here we go again. In Asia, specifically Korea, Japan, and China, a female royal imperial maid would marry or date because, they may belong to the king / emperor. Because only him could, what with the mates. True. Yeah. Maybe the emperor got. Either the emperor never noticed Rose because I did not see, him, the emperor, or the empress, or whoever is in charge of the house. I didn't saw anybody. So either Rose got never noticed or that person was just bored with Rose. Okay. Can you tell us the question list? The question list. Oh, the question list for like the 800 Q&A, that one. You're gonna have to wait. Sorry, but you're gonna have to wait if you want to see that. Also one more thing, guys. I do have a paid reading before I start doing answering, the Q&As. The Q&As, oh my gosh. I have a paid reading before I start answering the questions for the 800 subs videos. So I think you'll like it. Okay. Well, you know what? I might as well tell you now. So this person, they asked for me to sorry. They asked for me to read what 3 groups are going to increase in popularity between now, 2025, until 2030. So I don't know if you remember, but I did a reading in my first channel for those of you that come from that channel. I basically did the same thing, what 3 groups were going to increase back then, 3 years from now. And it came out that it was ATEEZ, Stray Kids, and aespa, and hey, they did increase in popularity. So I'm curious about this one in the next 5 years. So yeah, that one is gonna come out. I don't know when, because oh my god, I mean, I still have my full-time job, guys. Keep that in mind. So, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna come out before I start answering those questions, okay? Okay. How long have I been live? Okay. 1 hour, 24 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Do I have questions that I did not answer? Okay, I can't see any at the moment, but okay. Soul contracts. I saw something about that. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Do I have soul contracts with any idols? Male or female? Let's see. Here it is. Soul contracts. Do you have any with them? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Page of Wands. A clean slate. I just heard that. A clean slate. King of Pentacles. You used to have one. Nice. Six of Swords. Time to move forward. I just heard that. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. It looks like you used to, but not anymore. No, you don't. Well, in this lifetime, you don't. Yeah, it looks like in the past you may have done a soul contract with, dang, okay, Yeonjun and Subin of TXT, but it looks like you were friends. You guys were friends. 1940s, that era, 1940s in the US. And I know 1940s is not that far away, but keep in mind that, well, some people die old and some people die young. Keep that in mind. Sometimes reincarnations take a while and sometimes it's immediate. But it looks like that contract was to be friends during that lifetime. But it looks like that is done. Okay, so no. For the 3J, who is that? The 3J? Okay. You're welcome, Madison. What career should I enter? Okay, that's a very broad question, but okay, let's see. What career should you enter? Okay, the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Page of Swords. And the Six of Pentacles. Well, you're going to have to think about really well about what you don't like. It seems like the medicine field could be an option. And I know when we hear medicine, we immediately think of doctor or a nurse, right? There's other fields within medicine. And you know, money is a factor we think about, but at the same time, don't just focus on that factor. It looks like teaching could be one, but as well. But yeah, other than that, I don't see a lot. Okay. Johnny Orlando. Will he release a new album next year? Let's see. Mr. Orlando, are you going to release or possibly release a new album 2026? Is there a possibility of that happening? Okay, we have opportunity with Caterpillar. New beginnings, Moon Maiden. The Divine Matrix. The thought has been there. Okay. And we have Wailing Tree, reconciliations. There's a 70 to 80% that he might. The thought is there. I don't know how things are with his label, but you know, sometimes the artists want to do something, but the label is saying no. Because, you know, then maybe they're looking at trends and they're saying no, not right now. Or they're also looking at past albums and that's how they decide if they should release another one. Okay. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there an idol who are my soulmates or my kindred spirit? Okay, well, I can tell you Jungkook is in there. This boy is busy. Oh my goodness. Immediately, I saw Jungkook in there. Let me use this one. It looks like Jungkook's soul is an adventurer. Or adventuress, depending on the lifetime, right? Yeah, his soul is really adventurous. It looks like they enjoy. I mean, Jungkook physically, he, of course, you know, there are days he feels tired, he feels sad, and a bunch of other stuff, but it looks like his soul just enjoys being from place to place a lot. Okay, who else besides Mr. Jungkook? Let's see. We had the Sun card. Okay, Lisa and Rosé of Blackpink. We have the Five of Swords. Think of Jenny's also spirit as like, you know, the cousin that once in a while you see because they're long distance. You don't see them often, but they're there. Think of her spirit like that. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. You know, I see Ban Si-hyuk in here. And I know maybe whatever image you have of Ban Si-hyuk right now, I don't know if it's positive or negative, but keep in mind, the human part of us makes decisions now, right? Your soul is another thing. Maybe your soul is telling you, don't do that, don't say that, but you know, the human part of you is saying, F you, I'm gonna do this. So it looks like the good side of Ban Si-hyuk's soul is there. We had the Star card. Oh, Minji and Heron of New Jeans? Interesting. We had the Hangwoman. Ahayan, Aurora. And you know, I see Min Hee-jin as well. But once again, you know, Min Hee-jin, the good side, her good soul is there. Okay. He should listen to the good side. Yes, Min Hee-jin also. Because, you know, I see their good sides being very sad. Because of, you know, the bad decisions that they have made. I see the good side of their souls very sad. I see T.O.P as well. T.O.P, think of him as an uncle. Not the crazy uncle, but you know, the one that is calm. The one you can just talk for forever. Yeah, that type of uncle. Okay. RD, hello RD. There is a rumor about the new CEO of Wake One. She is ex-CEO of SM Entertainment, okay? She is really like to push a boy group than a girl group. I'm worried about Isna. Oh, okay. Who is she likely to push forward? Okay. A boy group or a girl group? Let's find out. This new CEO. Who is she more likely to push? A boy group or a girl group? Oh, excuse me. Whoosh. Sorry. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Whoever makes the most money. It looks like, okay, at least for 2026, she's gonna study the groups, the ISNA and, the boy groups. Whoever brings in the most money, that's the one she's gonna push out the most. So she's gonna wait. She's gonna be patient to see who is bringing in the money, the interaction and everything. And that's the one that she's gonna push forward. So it looks like she doesn't have a preference. Okay. It looks like there's no preference for the boy or the girl group. Just whoever brings in the money, that's who's gonna be pushed out first. Whether they've been around for a while or whether they just debuted, whoever brings in the money. Yes, I did saw that ZB1 extended their contract for 2 months. I did saw that. But that's the mostly last minute thing because of, there were some plans that they had, but they didn't do them on time, so they needed more time to do it. That's the way I saw that situation there. Okay, AHAF will have FanCon in Korea this coming January with complete members. Okay, I'm reading on AHAF. AHAF. How are things looking for you, gentlemen? Okay, the Strength card. Looking a lot better. I just heard that. So a lot better. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep increasing. The Four of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. And we have a King of Swords. It looks like right now budget is being discussed. I mean, from my understanding, they don't come from a big company. So, there are those that, they don't want to spare anything. They're like, let's just go all in. And then there's the other side that say, okay, no. Let's not go in. Let's wait. Let's think it through a little bit more. That's like the main thing being discussed. But other than that, it looks like they're going to gain more popularity. That FanCon appearance is going to help them. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get sleepy now. Sleepy and I'm getting hungry. Did my candle turn off? Hold on. Sorry. Hold on a second. candles right now. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna need new candles. I'm not ready to show my face to you guys just yet, okay? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm getting tired, so this is gonna be the last question, okay? And also, I have a pasta in the fridge that I really want to eat, so I'm getting hungry too. So, okay, last question. New jeans for 2026. Dang, Danielle, don't look at me like that. Jeez, girl. Danielle is pissed right now. I'll tell you that. She is pissed because, well, you know, I don't think Adore has made any announcements about the 3 older ones, right? So, Danielle, she is pissed about that. So, okay. New jeans, 2026. 2026. A quick reading on you, ladies. Okay. Shuffle again. I just heard that. Let's shuffle. And okay, that one too. Let's see. Oh, we had the Tower. Okay. Uh-huh. 9 of Pentacles. Once again, I have said this before, I will say it again. Tarot works on current energy. Okay? Current energy. So, hey. Oh, okay. Sorry. We had the 6 of Wands. Okay. I was going to pick it up and it came out normal. But now I see myself turning it. So here's the thing. Like I said, Danielle right now, she's pissed. And it looks like right now there's an 80% that she will not be rejoining New Jeans. And I see Danielle saying, what? What do you mean no? You know that entitled bratty character in movies and books, that is the type of tone I am seeing from her. Okay? That's the type of tone I am picking up from her. 4 of Pentacles. You know, some people at Adore feel that, you know what, a smaller group is a cheaper group to manage. That sentiment is going around. We have the Hermit. And was Honey the one in Antarctica? I don't remember right now. See, I watch K-pop news to keep myself, you know, informed, but sometimes I think I consume a little too much. Was she the one in Antarctica? Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Van Bear. Okay. It looks like she sometimes is leaning towards just being by herself. You know, this, I think it's year, no? That this, or almost a whole year, that the court thing happened and all of that. It looks like this girl, Honey, she has been enjoying her freedom. I mean, they were never free to begin with, but you know, this whole time of doing whatever the hell they want, she has enjoyed that. So there's an 85% that she's also saying, I don't want to go back. But, you know, there's the money issue, right? For breaking the contract and possible future lawsuits. That is the thing that is like stopping her from announcing that she's not coming back. Deep down, it looks like she's leaning towards leaving, but you know, that money and possible fines and all of that, that is the thing that is stopping her from leaving. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have the Empress. Okay. The 2 Magnus, I mean, they're going to have to rebuild trust. They will. But it looks like little by little, they're going to regain the trust of Ador and, everybody that makes it possible for New Jeans to function. Okay. Okay, I mentioned Danielle. I mentioned Honey. Who was the other older? The three. Which one have I not mentioned? That one. Because I see a face, but I don't. Oh my God, what is this girl's name? I don't remember. Minji. Thank you. Thank you. Minji. Minji has done a lot of self-reflection, which I mean, good, wish they would have done that before, right? It looks like she has done a lot of reflection and she's kind of beginning to see that she was wrong. I mean, will she admit it out loud? I don't see her admitting it out loud, mostly because, an ego thing. But you know how, you're moving forward in a path and then you see, I could go here, I could go here. It looks like she has reached this point in which she's saying, oh, dang, I could have gone this path and things would have been relatively okay. Or, I should have never gone the Minhee Jin path because this has brought me trouble. So it looks like she's at least reflecting on that. But she hasn't made up her mind if, she truly wants to be back or if she wants to leave. But once again, it's the whole money issue. It's a whole money issue. I know you would like to see more, but that is the way things look right now. Nothing really has been decided. And once again, the CEO, she wishes that she could just let the other three go. But, it's not just up to her. Yeah, that's what I see right now, okay? I mean, eventually I will do a reading again, okay? But once again, guys, there's so much I want to do. But, with my full-time job, the one that actually pays the bills, there's a lot going on. It's Christmas time, so, we have semester finals coming up. So I got to make tests. I got to grade. And we have Christmas celebration stuff that the school does. And it's a lot, okay? So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. Nothing's solidly decided, okay? Still, though, I wish these girls the best. At least one of them seems to be that, it's kind of starting to see the light here. And oh, I got rubies. Okay, I don't know what those are, but okay. Whoever sent those, thank you. I didn't really notice that during the live, but thank you. I appreciate those, and thank you guys for all of the interactions in the chat. That really helps a lot. That helps a lot. These are Pokemon cards. Nah, these are tarot cards. Nah, all of these are tarot and oracle cards. When I was little, I used to have Pokemon cards though. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, that was the thing when I was growing up. Magic the Gathering? Yeah, you could call this a magic gathering. I do tarot readings, oracle readings, so yeah, you could say that. Yeah, this is a magic gathering. We all come together and, we hang out. I read the cards. You guys ask me questions. We talk about spirituality and, well, almost anything really. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna get nostalgic very soon. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. This is the end. 1 hour and 50 minutes. Dang, almost 2 hours. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming. I know I keep saying I appreciate it, but I truly do, guys. I appreciate all of you. This channel has grown so much this year because of you. I mean, I could be making videos, but you know, a YouTuber doesn't grow without its audience. So thank you guys. Yeah, like I said, there's so much I have planned, but you know, my full-time job is getting in the way. But hey, one day I'm sure I'll do this full time, and you know, we'll be able to have fun even more than what we have now. So all right guys, have a good day, a good afternoon, or a good night. Sweet dreams, and I hope your dreams come true. I would like to have another live Q&A in, you know, right now December before the year ends. I don't know when though, so yeah, you know, just be on the lookout for that. Okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat, and I will see you on the next time, the next video. Bye. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.